Hey guys, it's Nick with Braindead, and in this video we'll be recapping the events of Scream 5, a movie that includes time travel. Yeah, I'm probably kidding. Anyway, Scream 5 serves as a revival for the franchise, being a self-described requel, which, as it sounds, is a reboot and a sequel at the same time.
Like the new Halloween, Saw, Terminator, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, fuck, even Star Wars.
And you know what? I think it really works. Scream 5 is easily my second favorite of the franchise. I don't think topping the original is possible, quite honestly, but this one came so close. The meta elements are executed wonderfully. Ghostface is as brutal as he's ever been. I mean, he's going around breaking people's legs. He even guts one of the characters and is a super sore winner about it. He's just a real nasty version of the character, and it's awesome. Everyone in the new cast is great. I mean, we got Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, and Jack Quaid, who, I must say, I got a big old man crush on. So Jack, if by some miracle you're watching this, Let's just get into it. The movie opens exactly how you would expect. Freddy Fazbear's Where We Murder Children. Okay, so this is Tara, one of our new main characters, and just like in the first film, she answers the phone and Ghostface pretends to be nice for a bit.
Is Christina there?
Actually, a little longer than usual.
Well, you sound exactly like she describes you. She loves that you're creative.
Uh-huh.
But she says you love scary movies, and that you guys have that in common. Would you like to play a game, Tara?
There it is. Tara locks the doors and texts her friend Amber about the situation, but Amber is Ghostface, so she doesn't care. In typical Ghostface fashion, he forces Tara to play a game for Amber's life as he's right outside her room. It's the usual game of trivia, this time with questions all about the first Stab movie. However, Tara doesn't know much about Stab, as she only really likes elevated horror, like The Babadook, The Witch, and Hereditary.
Don't bring it up!
She answers all but the last question correctly, meaning Amber is done for. Tara grabs a knife and tries to run over to Amber's to help her, finding the killer is at her door. He cuts her a bit before being punched and locked out again via smart lock, but is able to unlock the system himself. This is likely from having Amber's cloned phone, which I'm assuming has the ability to unlock Tara's house. They are best friends and probably trust each other like that. Unfortunately for Tara, this allows Ghostface to get into her house and attack her, stabbing her in the stomach and breaking her goddamn leg. God damn, this Ghostface ain't fucking around. He ends the opening with a slash cut to the title card. Oh, and by the way, when I said that Amber is Ghostface earlier, I was just talking about Ghostface texting Tara as Amber, not that Tara will be revealed to be Ghostface in the end. We pick up the next morning somewhere else in California, where we meet Sam and Richie, Sam being Tara's sister and Richie being Sam's boyfriend. Their kissy time is interrupted by Sam getting a phone call from one of Tara's friends who tells her the bad news about her sister.
She's alive.
Wait, she what now? Alive? Okay, that is not how this works! Sam heads over to Woodsboro, with Richie tagging along for emotional support. They arrive soon after Tara wakes up in the hospital, where we also meet all the new suspects. I mean Tara's friends. I mean suspects. Amber we already sorta met, but there's also Chad and Mindy, a pair of twins that are the niece and nephew of Randy, Wes, who is Sheriff Hicks' son, and is named after the late Wes Craven, director of the first 4 Scream films. Rest in peace. And there's also Liv, who's not at the hospital because she's off being, suspicious? So apparently there's a cutscene where Liv goes to confront Vince about whether or not he had something to do with Tara's attack, something she probably wouldn't want her current boyfriend Chad to know about, so she would have had a good reason to suspiciously not be at the hospital. However, that scene got cut, so she just is suspicious for the sake of being suspicious. Sam offers to stay the night at the hospital with Tara so they can catch up a bit, while the others head out to a local bar. It's here we learn from Amber that Sam has a bit of a troubled past, acting up after her and Tara's dad walked out on them. She left town the day she turned 18, effectively abandoning Tara and their mom. Sam isn't the one we need to worry about at the moment, however, as Vince walks in to crash the group's party.
Yo, Liv, you want a real drink? Or you happy sitting at this kid's table?
Chad defends his girlfriend from the creep, getting them all kicked out. Vince then decides to show his dissatisfaction with the establishment by peeing on it, getting interrupted by someone flashing his own car lights at him. He assumes it's Chad messing with him, but nah, it's Ghostface, who stabs him in the neck, killing him. Back at the hospital, Sam wakes up to go take her medication because she's seeing visions of Billy Loomis?
How you doing, Sam?
Well, that's weird. That's better. Her hallucination ends when she gets a call from Ghostface, who tells her that he knows her little secret, because apparently Sam is hiding something from her sister. The killer appears from behind the door, attacking Sam and also allowing her to escape in true Ghostface form. Through slapstick comedy, the on-site police officer finds no one, and with everyone safe again, for the most part, it's time to wait for that car to go by. And with everyone safe again, for the most part, it's time to check alibis.
I was questioning Amber and her friends at the sheriff's station.
I was watching Netflix.
Sam asks everyone to kindly fuck off, please, so she can talk to her sister and drop one hell of a truth bomb. As it turns out, the reason their dad left was because Sam found out that he wasn't her real father, which he didn't know, and accidentally overheard Sam confronting her mom about it.
He left that night.
But wait! There's more!
Sam's real father is Billy Loomis, which is why she keeps seeing him as a hallucination, as well as being the possible reason her and Tara are being targeted. Tara kicks her sister out, who then finds that Richie was eavesdropping the whole time. And yeah, he's freaked out by the idea that his girlfriend is the daughter of a murderer, but he's horny, what do you want? Together, they seek out the help of an expert in dealing with ghost faces and track down former Sheriff Riley. Though he's not the easiest to deal with, wanting to leave his past in the past.
Go away!
He agrees to give them a couple minutes after finding out who Sam's father is, and immediately points fingers at Richie. But I mean, come on, there's no way they would make it the love interest again, right? Like, he's obviously the prime suspect, but that's why they wouldn't do it. It's way too obvious. Dewey then states more of the obvious, telling the youngsters to look at Tara's friend group. They try to convince shitty Sam Elliott over here to come help with their Ghostface problem, to which he responds by kicking them out. He then lets the rest of the Legacy characters know about these new killings and tells them not to come back to Woodsboro, his conversation with Sidney inadvertently convincing him to help with the investigation. After gathering up all the suspects and having a roundtable discussion, they come to the conclusion that the killer is a crazed Stab fan who is disappointed with all the shitty sequels and is trying to make a requel. Mindy figures that, by the rules of a requel, Sam herself will likely turn out to be the killer.
It makes perfect requel sense.
That actually does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Not super cool with being accused of murder, Sam storms off only to be visited by the ghost of Ghostface past. I will say that after this part, when I first watched the movie, they had me really thinking that it could actually be Sam as the killer. We catch up with Sheriff Hicks, who leaves to go pick up some sushi, and on the way gets a call from you-know-who. He tells her that he's about to kill Wes, who is currently in the shower, sending her racing home. She's able to get there before anything happens to Wes, and gets stabbed a bunch and dies. None the wiser, Wes finally gets out of the shower, and, in one of my favorite parts of the movie, goes about his day while stereotypical jump scare setups are happening all around him, until ultimately Ghostface ends the Hicks lineage with a stab to the throat. Sam arrives on scene soon after the cops, which is, suspicious, although, more importantly, Gale shows up as well. Dewey's obviously not too happy about this, seeing as how he said not to come, but she cares about Dwight, and also her producers wanted coverage of the murder, so there's that too. Seeing the officers from the hospital are here too, Sam and Dewdrop hop in the car and head over to the hospital, since Ghostface is likely there right now trying to kill Tara. Yep, Richie was there and tried helping, only getting a phone to the face for his trouble.
Ow! God damn it!
Fucking hit me with the phone, dick!
When Sam is finally able to reach someone, it's the killer with a cool new tool that allows him to voice change even with the mask on. He tries to get Sam to choose between Tara and Richie's life, only to realize he's been bamboozled. Rootin' Tootin' Doo starts blasting, scaring Ghostface away for the time being. Time's up. He catches Dewey off guard, the former sheriff still getting the edge and putting 3 rounds into the killer's chest. However, before they can all get to safety, Dewey remembers an important detail.
You have to shoot him in the head. They always come back.
So, he reloads his gun, badass walks his way over to the unconscious Ghostface, and sadly, the thing that I and many other Scream fans feared would happen, Dewey gets got. And just in case you're thinking, he's survived multiple stabbings before, maybe he's okay. Yeah, sorry guys, but Dewey's fucking dead. At least he went out like a badass. I mean, he looked awesome in those last couple of shots. After the whole ordeal, Sam and Tara make up and plan to get out of Dodge ASAP. Let the Woodsboroians deal with Ghostface. However, Sydney just arrived back in town because of what happened to Dewey and tries to convince Sam to stay and take out the killer themselves.
Help you and the host of a morning show commit murder.
Correct.
Yeah.
Looks like Sid didn't put enough points into charisma, as Sam still leaves along with her sister and Richie. They don't get far before Tara realizes her inhaler's missing, something they've shown a couple times throughout the movie, and they need to make a stop at Amber's house to grab the spare. But of course, it can't be that easy, because Amber is currently throwing a fucking rager in the name of their newly murdered friend, Wes. Now, please allow me to indulge in this wonderfully heartwarming meta moment where Chad fills up a shot glass and everyone at this party toasts to Wes. That is to Wes Hicks in the movie, but also to Wes Craven.
To Wes!
To Wes.
Beautiful son of a bitch.
Anyway, if you remember Liv, Chad's girlfriend, she stormed off somewhere after Chad kinda, sorta, subtly accused her of possibly being the killer, maybe? He goes out to try and find her after she doesn't come back for a bit, using a phone tracker app that she just accepted his request for just now.
Alright, okay, yeah, no.
Damn, you were so close. Ghostface stabs Chad in the leg, and eventually a bunch in the side, leaving him for dead when he's almost spotted by some car lights. The murder targets are here now, prompting Amber to cut the party short and ask everyone to leave. But they don't wanna, so it falls on Richie to be the bad guy.
I'm saving your life. I promise. Thanks, teens.
So now, since we have all of our suspects in the same location, let's quickly go over where everybody is currently. Tara and Amber are off to find the inhaler, likely in Amber's room. Richie goes into the basement to grab a beer and probably die. Liv reappears, complaining about how her Uber bailed on her, then storms off again after Mindy kinda, sorta, subtly accused her of possibly being the killer. Maybe. Which leaves Mindy on the couch watching her favorite movie, Stab. As for Sam, she's just standing around when she gets a call from Sydney, who had put a tracking device on Richie's car earlier and is able to see where they stopped. Amber lives in Stu Macher's old house. Classic requel. Everyone regroups in the living room after Mindy is attacked, and since we're in the endgame now, how about that killer reveal?
I'm not the fucking killer! I know.
Okay, not to brag or anything, but I called Amber as the killer way back at the beginning. But Amber is Ghostface, so she doesn't care. And I don't mean with that stupid joke at the beginning of this video, I meant when I first watched the movie. The video Ghostface sent Tara with him standing outside of Amber's window just felt so staged to me. I knew from that moment it was probably gonna be Amber. Everyone scatters, and Sam and Richie end up in the basement, where Sam realizes who prime suspect number 2 is. She takes off on her own, just as the remaining Legacy characters arrive on scene. They arm up, ready for a fight, and Amber's fake ass stumbles out, screaming, "Oh no, I've been stabbed. Where? Where?" But being 4 movies deep already, the pair know right away that this is a trap, getting Gale shot in the gut. Again. Gale encourages Sydney to go in alone, which she does, systematically checking every closet with a shoot first, ask questions later mentality.
I have had it with these motherfucking
ghost faces
on this motherfucking
Stu Macher's house.
She eventually finds Richie after shooting him in the leg, ending up at the bottom of the stairs when Ghostface pops out and attacks her.
Holy shit, it's Ghostface!
Everyone struggles to get to the gun first. However, it's Sam who ends up being the one to come out on top. Fuck! My beloved Jack Richie Kirsch was the other one? God damn it, he was my new favorite character.
It's a bummer it's me.
Yeah, I'll say. The motive for these two nutcases is that they're both stab fanatics, and the franchise has gone way downhill with all of its shitty, non-based on a true story sequels.
No one has made a great stab movie since the first one.
Amber drags Gale into the house as Richie yells about the true fans or whatever, leading to Sydney getting stabbed. Again. Amber then goes to grab Tara, but finds nothing as Sam had set her free earlier. Getting ambushed by the severely wounded girl, Amber takes a good beating, which distracts Richie long enough for Sam to get the drop on him and run away. As he goes after his recent ex, Amber is ambushed again, covered in hand sanitizer, shot 3 times, and lit on fire. Oh my god, I probably shouldn't be laughing right now, but god damn.
That's what you get for what you did to Dewey.
Richie finds Sam, or vice versa, I guess, and they end up back at the bottom of the stairs where Sam gets her hands on the knife and stabs Richie 22 times and slits his throat and shoots his probably already dead body 3 times. Yeah, there is no coming back from this. Oh, fuck off!
I still prefer the Babadook.
Yeah, well, I still hate that one last scare bit in these movies, so we both got our complaints. What I don't have any complaints about is the fact that both twins, Mindy and Chad, both survived. The movie ends with Gale promising to write a book about Dewey, Sam and Tara being hauled off to the hospital, with Sam's ghost-faced ghost dad still haunting her. Alright, hey, thanks for watching this recap. If you made it this far, you should totally subscribe if you're not already. I got more shit on the way, including what's sitting behind me over here. That is the Evil Dead Groovy Collection, which includes the TV show, which I'm not going to cover, because I don't cover shows, at least not right now. It's just a little bit too much work for me. I already have a hard time getting these videos out in timely fashion. Don't even want to think of the work that would have to go into covering a TV show. But nonetheless, we got the movies on the way, and they're gonna be really good. You should watch them when they come out. There'll probably be some kind of annotation somewhere around here. Or if you like streamed gaming content, I got a whole other channel for that, which has a link in the description. Otherwise, you can follow me literally everywhere at Braindead Horror. Or if you'd rather just stick to the horror content on this channel, that's cool too. I love having you around. Speaking of, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys again real soon.